Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, actually my first episode of most expensive mod versus least expensive mod that I have currently installed on my vehicle, which is a 2005 Infiniti Supercharged G35. Now I saw this trend on TikTok where people ask, yo, what's your most expensive mod? And people who ask, what's your cheapest mod you have? So I was like, that's a pretty good idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a YouTube video. Instead of doing one though, I'm gonna do my top 3 most expensive parts that I have installed on my G35 and my top 3 cheapest parts that I have installed on my G35. Now the G35 is sitting out there nice and pretty ready to shoot the video, but I do want to know from you guys, what is your most expensive part that you currently have installed on your vehicle? It doesn't have to be a G35, it can be any other vehicle, but what is the most expensive part? I'm really curious to see all the answers down below. Also, another update on the G35, I did purchase a lightweight drive shaft, a one-piece lightweight drive shaft for the G35, so I'm super excited to receive that. He said around 7 to 10 business days to build it and ship it, so we're going to be expecting that really soon. Currently I do have two 85/35/19 Michelin Super Sports here in the back, but these tires slip a lot. Anyways, I asked you guys, what do you guys think is the best tire and things like that. Our AAA by far I think is the best tire out there. It is a little bit of expensive, but other alternative tires that I'm really looking at right now is the Firestone Indy 500s. I heard they're really good, they have good grip. I've heard really good things about this tire, and it's not that expensive, so I might be getting those or some Federal RSRRs. I heard they're super loud, but they do grip somewhat, at least for the buck that you pay for the tire. So all right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the top 3 cheapest first, and then we'll move on to the top 3 most expensive. Coming in at 3rd place for my top 3 cheapest mods has to be my differential brace that I got from Bell's Racework. I was having some issues with slipping, want to get the car to grip, and it was NA at the time and the car still wouldn't grip. I mean, I still think it's the tires, but at the time I wanted to improve everything, so I went ahead and bought this Bell's Racework diff brace that pretty much holds your differential to your subframe and it reduces wheel hop. Now I was able to pick this up from Bell's Racework for $130, and honestly it was one of the best mods that I ever done to this car till today. It's pretty cheap and it's freaking awesome. It helps, you can notice it right away, and it can actually help save your differential bushing. So I completely 100% recommend this. If you guys are interested, if your wheel hops a lot, if you're slipping a lot, try that out, buy it out. It can help you guys a lot. Coming in 2nd place for top 3 cheapest mods has to be my test pipes. You can't see them once again because the car is slammed, but I will go ahead and put a picture right here. It pretty much goes around that location. It's a pipe that connects from your headers to your white pipe and is the in-between, and it usually deletes your cat to get more airflow going through, so when you tune your car you get a lot more power. So I was actually able to pick that up from 1320 Performance, and at the time that I purchased it, it cost me around $120. Pretty cheap test pipe, and honestly it's been doing wonders. I have no complaints and I think it sounds pretty good. I believe you can buy them on eBay as well. It just happens that the store 1320 Performance is super close to my house by some miracle reason, and I was able to go to the store in person and pick it up. And coming in 1st place for top 3 cheapest mods, now I have 2 because they're both the same price. They both cost me around the same price. If you were to have these ordered by somewhere else, would by no means be number 1. Both for me in this case it was number 1 since I did the labor and stuff. Going to be the GTR Halos and the underglow that I have on my G35. So these halos that I currently have on my G35 right now, they're not on, but I will show you guys a quick demonstration while I talk. These are the stock tail lights that I was able to crack open, buy some halos on Amazon that were literally like 20 bucks. Then I bought some glue that was like 10 bucks. But all in all, with all materials, it was around $50, and I was able to modify my stock tail light to have those GTR Halos. But if you were to send these to somebody else to have them done for you, they could cost anywhere from $300 to $450. And the halos that I will demonstrate right here underneath a little bit. There you go, you guys can see it over here in the daylight. These are the underglows that I bought from Amazon. They were only $50. Honestly, for the price, you cannot complain. They light up in the dark, super bright. I really enjoy them. These are only $50, but it gets the job done. I can't complain about them, and honestly, it adds a cool touch to your car. That was my top 3 cheapest parts. We got a diff brace, test pipes, and the underglow / GTR Halos. Now let me know what are your top 3 or your top cheapest mod. Comment down below. But let's move on to the top 3 most expensive things that are on my G35. What do you guys think they are? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now coming in third place for the top 3 most expensive parts here on my car have to be my Forgestar wheels that I custom ordered during Black Friday time. These are the Forgestar F14. They're silver. I should have got them black chrome. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, I got them. They are size 19 by 9.5 in the front with the -7 offset, and then we got a 19 by 11 over here in the back with the -7 offset. Yeah, I was able to get these for $1,910 during Black Friday. They were having a deal. Without Black Friday, it would have been around $2,100. So we saved a couple bucks and we got these for $1,910. And it's got that carbon fiber center cap. Look at that. Beautiful. Coming in spot number 2 for the most expensive parts that I have installed in my car is going to be my airbag suspension. Now I do want to make a disclaimer on this, okay? Quick major disclaimer. Some of my OG supporters may know this, but I had an auto G35, sold it, and bought this manual G35. Now the way I bought this manual G35, it already had the big brake kit and it already had the airbags. But since it's under my possession, it's installed in the vehicle, I'm gonna go ahead and count it. Now this airbag suspension system comes from AirTech themselves. This is a stage 2 AirTech air suspension kit, I believe. It comes with the gauges that are on top inside the vehicle. It comes with a remote control that you can use buttons to lift up and lower the car. Also, I don't have the fanciest setup, but these come with dual compressors. I don't know, I don't think this is a 5-gallon tank. I'm not sure exactly the size of this tank. Now this kit will come at a $2,500 price tag. I had coils in my auto G35, and when I hopped into bags when I purchased this car, honestly a whole game changer. It feels pretty freaking sick being able to bag down your car, bag it up. It's just one of the best things ever, man. I mean, just look at the stance, man. It looks freaking sick, man. And the moments we've all been waiting for, the #1 spot for the most expensive part on my G35. You guys probably already know what it is, what it's gonna be, but that has to be my Vortech Supercharger V3 kit that I have installed on my G35. So let me go ahead and show you guys some of the goodies here. Let's go ahead and lift this up. There it is, the blower itself. This is a V3 blower from Vortech. Now this kit, I mean, this kit comes with an intercooler. It comes with the blower. It comes with all the piping. Of course, it came with the injectors. I had to buy spark plugs. I had to buy a fuel pump. It comes, some kits come with a fuel pump. I had to get the bigger throttle body, the manifold. I mean, there's a lot of different components that comes when you're boosting your car, but all in all, for the kit that I bought it for was $6,000 that I paid to boost my G35. And I do want to make a disclaimer, $6,000 is a used price that I got it for. It came with a lot of different goodies, different pulleys, different blow off valves. I mean, it came with a lot of extra goodies. But if you buy this brand new, it'll cost you towards $8,000 to $10,000. So it can get really expensive, but this is by far the most expensive thing that I have bought and installed on my G35. The car is so fun now. It feels amazing, man. I can't wait to drive this more and more every single day. I mean, after a days of work, you just look forward to being able to get in your car and drive it. I try to drive the Miata more often now because I don't want to get caught by the cops. Once, because I do live in California, but I can't help it, man. The car is so fun that I really don't want to drive the Miata. This thing has still been my daily because it's just so damn fun. But that will do it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate the support. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on today's video. I do have a chassis brace that I want to install on the G35. I do have that drive shaft coming, and I want to get new tires. I want to test my 0 to 60. I want the car to just hook and go, because with these tires in second gear, full throttle, will not hook at all. And I don't think it has power. It has a lot of power, but it doesn't have 600, 800, 1,000 freaking horsepower for it not to grip. 420 wheel is definitely a power that can be grippable, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead, change the tires, make sure this thing just launches and goes. But I'm excited for what's to come. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We got other mods coming for the Miata as well. I'll catch you guys next video. Be safe out there. Love you guys. Peace.